Episode 209, The Tightening. This is the World Organic News for the week ending 13th of April 2020. John Moore reporting. Decarbonise the air, recarbonise the soil. Hello listeners, how are you all? We've had our local hospitals closed for the next 2 weeks and they are scheduled for a deep clean. These facilities are the centre of a COVID-19 cluster here in the northwest of Tasmania. The numbers are small compared to other places on the globe, I know that. So Mrs. World Organic News and I are relieved these measures have been taken. Herself has been home for 3 weeks, and as I'm classified as an essential worker, because I'm in the disability sector, I've been out in the community. The drive to work is along back roads and work itself is isolated from the rest of town anyway, so we are relatively safe. The only contact with the rest of the world is food shopping. People are doing the right thing and my hands are now almost 90% alcohol from this hand sanitizer. So we remain hopeful and we carry on, and I hope you all stay safe. The rewilding of the world's urban areas and the vistas revealed with the dispersion of the smog should give us all hope. To be more correct, the urban spaces haven't been rewilded, but the wildlife that has been there all along is now visible. There are niches out there that we have not considered, but nature finds a way to exploit any niche. What's going on now we can take the best of. We can move this world to a safer place for all. Clean air, water, and in time, soils. Now to what's been going on in the soil. This past week at work I flipped 4 beds and sowed carrot, silver beet, rocket cress, beetroot and broccoli. Our work is 200 metres lower in altitude than home, and as such we had 1 frost worth the name at work last winter, while about a dozen bounced across our fields at home. I've sown at work with the hope of a mild winter. If so, there'll be food available more quickly than usual. At present, the tomatoes are still ripening, the old silver beet is producing, and a multitude of small cultivar pumpkins and winter squash are about 2 weeks away from harvest. In the glasshouse, the end of the cucumbers are still producing, and I expect to flip them next week. The compost worms have finally reached critical mass. They are now growing and reproducing nicely. Sometime soon I'll split the mass of them and start a second worm farm. The plan is to build up to 5 separate units, and the leftover organic matter from the bed flips will feed them all. These 5 units will then feed the garden beds and leave sufficient over to sell as an income stream for the program. Meanwhile at home we have 25 kilos, that's about 55 pounds I'm guessing, of flossy salt on the way to preserve the 2 pigs that have done such a stellar job renovating a half acre this past 12 months. Having worked with pigs now in some detail, the plan is to step up to 4 piglets over a 6-month tractor rotation to have the final half acre ready for summer planting. The half acre that's about ready will go down to garlic. The pigs have removed all the blackberry shoots from where they've been tractoring, so they've been doing a wonderful job. The other half acre, the space will be filled with garden beds, but not all to veggies. Most will be put to grains, barley to start with and some spelt, then the beds will be fukuoka'd with rye and wheat in different rotations. The new ducks will do their thing across the newish shoots to tiller them, and then the ducks will be moved on. Interesting possibilities lie ahead. Stay safe, people. The world is in an odd place at the moment. Stay safe. If you or someone you know would benefit from learning how to grow a no-dig garden, you can send them to the website worldorganicnews.com for a free copy of my no-dig gardening book. If someone needs a little more than that, I've published a video-based course on Udemy, and with Udemy's practice of rolling continual discounts, no one should pay much more than $10 or €10, whatever your local currency is for that course, or for any course on Udemy for that matter. There's a link in the show notes, and if you could get to Udemy through that link, that means they don't snaffle half the price out of my pocket. Thanks in advance. Or you could also send people back to episode 207 where I discuss growing a quick response garden to get you growing swiftly. Remember, in this painful time, if we put in the groundwork now, we can all decarbonise the air and recarbonise the soil. Thank you all for listening. I'll be back next week.